right now in society. Again,
Mhm.
I'm opinionated, but
No, no, this is just scientifically true. I mean, there's a huge, I mean, in any single woman in her 30s, 40s, 50s, she'll be the first one to tell you, like, yeah, men are a mess. Like, we are really in crisis, and it's been happening for the last 80 years. And I can talk chapter and verse about this, so I'll be, succinct here. But our generation, we're really raised by absentee fathers, overbearing fathers, abusive fathers, some combination thereof. We don't really understand that there's no rite of passage, right? Like, today you are a man, you are invited along the hunt. Tribal societies understand this. Like, you got to remove Junior from mom and grow his ass up, and there's a rite of passage. They go on the hunt or go out in the jungle and kill a wild boar or something. If you get eaten, too bad, Junior. Like, you have to earn that, and we don't have that in Western culture. And so books, I recommend, there's a lot of books I recommend. Iron John is one of them, by Robert Bly. King, Warrior, Magician, Lover by Robert Moore. I think there's the Read Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. Jack Donovan's got a book. He's kind of, I don't know, it's a little dated. I think he sounds a little sexist sometimes, but Jack Donovan, The Way of Men. But understanding that in order to have a really conscious grown-ass man, they need to be raised by conscious grown-ass men, and they need that community. And we really don't have that. We've got these sort of pseudo rites of passage. There's gangs, there's the military. We have sort of pseudo, like, what I'll call a toxic mimicry of the real thing when it comes to male bonding. We got sports and shit like that, and it's not really connection. It's just this sort of band-aid thing. And so if a young man or any man comes to me and says, Chris, I really got to get this part of me dialed in, give me your advice, I'll say, look, you really want to do something, go out with some Native Americans or some tribes, go out in the jungle, dance naked around a fire for about a week. That's going to learn you some shit,
right.
because we really are in crisis. And men in particular need a lot of compassion right now and a lot less judgment.
Yeah, I'm again. We agree. I mean, we're friends for a reason. I mean, so I don't necessarily want to make this an echo chamber, but I mean, a lot of the things that you and I have been through have been pretty much, the same experiences, same feelings, different experiences.
Yeah.
We've traveled our own roads,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah.
Well, I would say this speaks directly to what I talked about before. The crisis among men today isn't the problem; it's the result.